Hello and welcome. Now in this section guys, we are going to talk about audios and how to import them to your project. And from now guys, the things will be very interesting because we are going to create real world applications that you will be proud of, okay? And maybe you can upload them to the Google Play Store. With that in place, let's get started. So the first thing guys, we have an Android project open here, and what we want to work now, we want to work with audios. Now the first thing that you need to understand is Android Studio does not have the ability to actually go on your PC and for example search for the audio or the sound that you want to import, okay? But what we can do, Android Studio will provide us with a specific location that we can add all the audios. Then Android Studio will have the ability to recognize them. And this place here lives inside our res folder. Now inside your res folder, what you need to do, just right click on it, okay, and choose a new, then Android resource directory. Okay, we are gonna create our own location inside the Android system for our audios. And here from the resource type, what you need to do guys, just click on that drop down here and choose the raw. Okay, now the Android Studio will recognize all the audios by the raw folder. Okay, so it will search for the audios inside this raw folder. Click OK. As you can see guys, Android Studio has created this folder for us, okay? And now what we can do, we can go inside our PC or your Mac or whatever the place that you have all the audios. So as you can see guys, I have some audios here, some MP3 files, okay? I'm gonna copy them, all of them, okay? And going back to my Android Studio, inside my raw folder, I'm gonna paste all of these. Okay, and Android Studio will ask me for the location. I'm going to click OK, and Android Studio will take a second to import all these audios, as you can see. Now we have imported everything, and Android Studio now has the ability to recognize all the audios inside our project. Now the second thing that guys we are going to do, we are going to work with a new type of view in this project, okay, and it will be the scrolling view, okay, or the scroll view, okay. And if you go here inside the palette and search for the scroll, okay, we have this scroll view, okay, just drag it and drop it inside your layout, okay, and everything will be added for you, okay. And the first thing guys that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna assign some margin, okay, to this scroll view, because I will add something that you understand, okay. So just select your scroll view, and here we have the margin property from all sides. Let's set it to be something, any value that you prefer, but I'm gonna go for example with 40 or maybe whatever, okay. How about 20 dB, or maybe more than this? I'm gonna make it 30. Okay, and the second thing guys that we are gonna do, we are gonna apply our animation, okay, that we have learned previously on the parent layout, okay. That means the whole layout, okay. I'm gonna add the animation drawable, okay, or the color animation type that we have learned about previously. Now to do this, as you know guys, we need to go inside our okay, let me close this, inside our drawable file. Okay, what we need to do, we need to create 4 files, okay. The first one will be, let's call it color1 underscore 1. Click OK, and let's go ahead and design our or create all the animation that we have, okay. So I'm gonna change this to shape, and we have worked with this previously, so I'm gonna do it very quickly. And here we are gonna add the gradient tag. I'm gonna close it. And as you know guys, we are gonna add the start color. Let's choose the blue, and for the end color, and will be yellow, and we do not forget the angle to make it more professional, okay. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simply copy this file, the color one, and paste it 2 times, okay. Here I'm gonna call it color underscore 2, okay ladies and gentlemen. and let's change the color to be, for example, gray here, and I'm gonna paste it one more time. I'm gonna change it to be color 3. Okay, and let's change here the color to be, for example, something else instead of, I'm gonna add the hex value for the white. Okay, so as you can see guys, we have added everything. Now the last thing that we want to create is actually the color mix, or the file that we are gonna mix everything inside of it. So I'm gonna create a new drawable resource file. I'm gonna call it color mix, for example. Click OK, and here we need to change this animation, this selector, to be animation list, and inside of it we are gonna add 3 items for each file. The first one will be item, and the duration will be 2 seconds maybe, and the drawable file will be at color 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's copy this line. Oops, let me copy it, paste it 2 times. Here we have it. I'm gonna choose the color 2 here and the color 3 here. So I did it very quickly guys, because we worked with this previously, so you should watch the animation list section before you came here and you will understand everything. Now I'm gonna close all these tabs that we have here opened on the top. Okay, and let's select our parent layout. Okay, I'm gonna give it an ID. I already give it by parent underscore layout. Okay, and let's search for the property background. Okay, I'm gonna click on 3 dots, choose our color mix. Okay, and we have it right here. Okay, now the second thing guys that we want to do is actually go inside our Kotlin file. Okay, and fetch this layout, and of course do our job on it. So I'm gonna create a val, let's call it layout. Okay, it's equal to find the view by ID method. I'm gonna cast it to be relative layout, that's what I have. Then r.id.parent layout. Now let's apply this animation on it. So to do this, what we are gonna do, we are gonna create a variable for the animation. Okay, it's equal to, so first of all, as you know guys, we need to get the background for our relative layout. Okay, and of course we want to cast it as an animation drawable. Okay, and add this question mark to avoid any problems or nulls and safety, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna create an animation to set the duration on it, enter, fade duration to be millisecond or 3000 or whatever value, then animation, and let's set the exit also to be 3 or 1 second. So I'm sorry guys, we have this exit here. The first one should be enter, not exit. Okay, like this. So I'm gonna write it very quickly. Okay, and last but not least, let's start our animation. Okay, dot start, and let's add the question mark for the safety also. Now everything is set up. We have worked with this previously. Okay, so you should not get any problem or trouble with understand everything. Now guys, for this video guys, we have created our buttons, we have we have added scroll view, we have created our audios, we have put everything. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add all the buttons, okay, inside our layout. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click here on the button and drag it and drop it inside this linear layout. Okay, here we have this button. As you can see, it's very nice. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna very quickly add 2 more buttons. Okay, for example this ones. Okay, let's drag and let's select all of these buttons. Okay, I'm gonna copy them and paste them inside my Android or inside my linear layout. Okay, just to add more buttons. Okay, let's add maybe 1 more. So as you can see guys, I think you get the idea. So my idea here is actually to once the user click on one of the buttons, we are gonna play a sound, okay, and the background animation will be starting, okay, and once we click on any button, we are gonna play a sound, also changing the background of our buttons, okay. So as you can see, guys, what I did, it's just add some buttons, okay. And the second thing, guys, that I want to tell you is actually select all your buttons, okay, and let's apply the general style on them. So I'm gonna first search for the background property. Let's choose the blue one, the color blue maybe will be very great choice, okay. And the second thing that I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna search for the property color. Oops, color. Let's change the color text to be white, and increasing the size a little bit maybe would be great choice or great option. I think it's not very good, so let's increase it a little bit or decrease it for 20 sp. Okay, and as you can see, we have these two buttons. I think I add them by mistake, so I'm gonna delete them. Okay, so as you can see, guys, how it's look like on this device. Of course, you can add as much as you want from the buttons, and we forgot to add some margin in all the buttons, okay. So what I'm gonna select all of them once again. Let's search for the property margin button, and we are gonna add it to be 10 dB maybe. Yeah, we have it right here. So as you can see, of course, you can increase it a little bit to see the animation through it, okay. So as you can see, guys, everything is set up. Now, of course, you can change the title of the button depending on the sound, and that's what we are gonna do in the next video, okay. So that was our first video, our first part of our application that we are gonna create it, okay. So in this video, guys, we have created the animation, we have added all the buttons, and we have added all the audios. And in the next video, guys, what we are gonna do, we are gonna continue by playing the sound, so on and so forth. So thank you, guys, so much for watching. We are gonna continue on in the next video.